Okay, guys, Bongo Stray Dogs, we're here for this review, y'all, episode 9. Now, I do have one overlooming thing about this episode that I kind of said it during the reaction, but we'll get to that. But, anyways, um, you know, this girl, you went ahead and saved her and everything. She recuperated and stuff, and she's killed like 35 people, but not through her own will. She was made to. Akutagawa, what I'm saying, the fucking Port Mafia, they pretty much made her do so, and they were like, look, the military police probably gonna execute her, and she's probably seen as a traitor by the Port Mafia, so she was like stuck between a rock and a hard place and everything, and that's the way that they were thinking, and pretty much they got the information from her, but our boy, he doesn't want to have her die. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to see her die. Someone like that, you got to feel pretty kind of guilty for. You got to feel some sense of mercy and remorse. Because they were put into a state of misfortune. It's very unfortunate that she had to do what she had to do because she's fearful of her own life. But so he kind of unintentionally, in a way, or maybe intentionally, kind of going on this someone mock date with her, and kind of just showing her around, saying, hey, where do you want to go, what do you want to see? And then she kind of just took them all around to these certain areas and spots and stuff, and they ate crepes and everything, and then eventually they ended up at the police station. She was like, this is the last place I want to go. And she initially had that on her mind. She knows that she did bad, and she feels guilty for it. She knows that, and she even said it. She was like, her being alive is a sin because of what she has done, regardless of the circumstances that she's done it. And of course, our boy still feels bad about it. It's like, no way. Like, come on, man. Like there's gotta be something else. There's gotta be something else going on. And that's when she was like, look, I'm either gonna do this, or I can't go back to the Port Mafia. They're gonna fucking kill me. So what else is there? And then as soon as that happened, your boy Atagawa came out of nowhere, and he was like, we're gonna welcome you home with open arms. You completed your mission. Beam! And she actually led them to the Were Tiger, to our boy and shit. So it's some shit. So she's feeling like shit. She doesn't want to go back to the Port Mafia. Honestly, she doesn't want to go back to the Mafia. She really doesn't. But they're gonna take her back, of course, and they're taking our boy, and it seems like they're shipping him overseas, which they found out through Rampo at the end and shit, using his fucking ultra deduction shit, which we all know is bullshit. But he just is a beast. He never gets it wrong. So that's some shit. But the one thing, before I actually get to that, we see Dazai, he's still chained up and everything, and it seems that we did find out that he used to be a part of Port Mafia, and we find out that he Akutagawa was his his subordinate, and I guess he was teaching him the ropes and shit at a time before he left. And we also got to meet Dazai's ex-partner in the Port Mafia shit, and his partner knew, what I'm saying? He knew. He was like, man, come on, what are you working at? What's your plan here? He was like, you're not just going to go ahead and walk into this bullshit, And then he goes ahead and cuts him loose, and then he finds out that he could have got loose at any time that he wanted to, really, And he showed him that shit. He was like, so I guess they're about to go ahead and fight because he wants to fight him. He wants to fight Dazai. But the thing I want to get at is that when they were wondering what to do, and they knew that he got kidnapped, they were reluctant, and they didn't really think. I mean, I understand he's only been a part of your organization, of your agency for for a short time. You know, I get it. But he is still one of your own. He is still a part of your organization. He's still a part of your agency. You're gonna tell me if anybody else went away, you wouldn't want to go ahead and find them? I mean, what they're doing, I mean, they are trying to find Dazai. You know what I'm saying? To the best of their capabilities. They're still doing jobs. But the thing is, Dazai is so, like, he's a beast. He can take care of himself, but not as much as our boy can, you know? But they're still wondering where he's at. And on top of that, it's not just that they're reluctant to go look for him and try to save this dude. It's the fact that they know that the mafia is looking for him and they want him. And I said it previously in other reviews and episode reactions that they need to have someone always with him. And I wasn't thinking about it in this episode. I was more kind of captured about what was going on with the girl and him showing her around and stuff like that. Her, you know, going on this kind of, you know, date and all this shit. But it hit me once he got fucking hit, that he got captured, that yes, someone should be at least around watching him. Something, you know? But that's not the case. They fucked up again, pretty much, in this situation. That's like, what the fuck? And then, like, knowing that they want him, knowing that he's a part of your organization, your agency, you're still not going to want to try to go after him, like, naturally. He's one of your own. And you know they want him. For what? You don't know, but you know they want him. The fuck? But that's why I'm glad, like, the chick was just, she was kind of, they kind of focused on her for a little while. And she was just, like, she was listening to everybody talk. And then she went to go get the president. And then she did the right thing. And he was like, look, he's one of our own. He's one of us. Suspend this client bullshit that we're doing now, and let's get our boy. Let's get him. That's what they should have been about. It's like, okay, you know what? This shit's on hold. Let's focus on this. And they should focus on Dazai too. Like just as much. You know? Even though, like I said, Dazai is more capable of handling themselves. And I believe everybody else knows that. So I think that's why they're not really taking it at that level of seriousness. But our boy, yeah, they need to get him back. The fuck. But like I said, Rampo used his beastly deduction, found out where he's going, and they're gonna go ahead and pursue him next episode. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing, man. But anyways, guys, leave your comments below. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. See my videos go live. I'm Shampoo. This is Anime Central. I'll at you later. As always, thanks for watching. Peace out.
Twist up and down, shaft, but together at the same time.
He doesn't change the angle. He doesn't change the angle.
Now, ladies, remember, grapefruit is also a fat burner.